What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with a weekend reading. The first sign I see is the first sign I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what we got going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs of love, man. Hopefully, guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, or my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to my notification gang. Hopefully, my notification gang pulls through. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope we're all looking towards a fantastic weekend. And as always, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw was Saggy. So let's see what we got going on, baby. Messages for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got coming up in here for Sagittarius this weekend? Messages for Team Saggy. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Sagittarius, we're going to grab one more shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty awesome stuff. Saggy, overall energy for you is going to be the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be connecting with an Earth sign, potentially a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Looking at your current energy, we got here the Ten of Swords. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the Queen of Pentacles. And then lastly here for you, Sagittarius, is going to be the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So coming into your weekend here so far, Ace of Pentacles reversed here to the Ten of Swords. Definitely seems to me like you're shutting down some sort of opportunity. I do feel like there's something here you're not interested in, and you're showing that you are clearly not interested. So coming into your weekend, guys, you do seem to be shutting something down. Taking a look at what it is you're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles. I think whatever this is you're shutting down, you're doing it for the purpose that you rather focus on what you want and what your wants, needs, and desires are. So there's an opportunity that's coming in that is not in alignment with anything that you really want or desire. Looking at the outcome that's present, Two of Pentacles in reversed, yeah, I feel like whatever this opportunity is that's getting shown up for you is something that you're not even remotely interested in. So, I mean, Sagittarius, it could be potentially a love opportunity. Maybe a love opportunity is coming in here for you, and you're like, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. So you could be turning somebody down if somebody here wants to have some sort of romantic connection or build romantic rapport. But if that's not the case here for you guys, it could be a work opportunity or just some sort of offer coming in that you're just genuinely not interested in. I think this all has to do with the fact that you're focused on putting yourself first right now. You know, taking a look at what you're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is a very self-care kind of card. So this is about you focusing on making sure that you're taking care of yourself, your wants, your needs, and your desires. You're basically putting yourself at the top of the priority list here. So you're doing this for you. So Sagittarius, with you being at the top of the priority list right now, I feel like if anything doesn't align with the best that you deserve, you're not going to be in a period of accepting any sort of offers and or opportunities, okay? So I see you turning something down here. All right, Sagittarius, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we started off this weekend here with the fire signs. Let's go ahead and do fire, air, water, earth. Going on to our air signs, let's have a look here at the Libra gang. What do we got going on, baby? Messages for Team Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on for Libra this weekend, please? Messages for Team Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, my Libras, we're going to grab ourselves one last and final shuffle, and we'll take a look and see what we got, baby. Hopefully all is well. Libra, overall energy for you, we got here the Nine of Wands in reverse. So it does seem to me like you got to get something off your chest. Nine of Wands in the reverse is typically the energy where you are letting something out or you are speaking up about something that you have been withholding. Now, taking a look at your current energy, we have here the Three of Swords. So coming into your weekend, guys, definitely seems like a major release of some sort of pain here. So if you've been holding out or holding on to some sort of pain, if you haven't talked about it, communicated about it, and or released it, this looks like the opportune time. Taking a look at what you're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and then looking at the outcome, we have the Two of Pentacles upright. So coming into your weekend here for you, Libra, it kind of seems to me like you're recognizing, I actually have not been doing right by me. I haven't been doing the best for myself by holding on to all this pain I've been dealing with, when at the end of the day, I have people that, you know, I can lean on. I have individuals in my life that I can call on. I shouldn't be trying to take on the world all by myself. So that that was an interesting quote that came through. I shouldn't try to take on the world all by myself. That is something significant that I'm seeing here for you guys moving into the weekend, because it feels like that's what you've went through. It was you against the world. You didn't feel like you had any other outlets to talk to or anybody that can help you and assist you with whatever painful situation you guys were involved in. So Libra, if you've kind of been suffering in silence here, you're breaking the silence moving into the weekend. This is about no longer suffering in silence and making sure that what you're going through is going to be known. I think that you're recognizing that you were doing yourself a disservice by holding all this in and keeping all this to yourself. Like I said, taking a look at what you're dealing with, Queen of Pentacles reversed, you feel like you haven't done right by yourself. And you're acknowledging that right now I shouldn't have to suffer alone. I shouldn't have to take on the whole world by myself. Looking at the outcome that's present, we have here the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles here in this instance, you know, this is weird because I've never seen this with the Two of Pentacles before. The Two of Pentacles is a multitude of things, but when you actually break down the imagery of the card, it kind of looks like this character is opening up his arms to give you a hug. And I kind of feel like that is the energy that's showing up here for you. So disregard what the Two of Pentacles naturally means. What I feel like this means for your weekend is that you're opening up your arms right now for other people. This is about letting other people in, you know? It's like, fine, I'll put down my defenses, I'll put down my, you know, my sword, I'll put down my armor, and I'll let you guys in. So I feel like you're going to be letting people in here moving into your weekend, guys, especially if you've been suffering in silence and feeling like you've been taking on the world all by your lonesome. It's time to let go of this pain. Okay? All right, Libra. I'm not sure necessarily what you've been dealing with, but it seems to me like you've been bottling up something or a couple of things for quite some time. So it's good to see a release coming in here for you. All right? Feel better, guys. Okay? All right, Libra. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our air. We did our... What did we do first? We did our fire. So we did our fire, our air. Going on to our water. Let's have a look here at the beautiful Pisces, baby. What do we got going on for the fish? Messages for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for Team Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Piscean, let's have a look at you, beautiful people. Pisces, overall energy for you is going to be the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be connecting with an earth sign here for a few of you. I definitely feel like with the Seven of Pentacles reversed here, it's either that you're no longer going to invest in something, or you might feel like your patience is running pretty thin. Taking a look at your current energy, we got here the King of Cups in reversed. Looking at what you're dealing with, Pisces, we have here the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and then the outcome that's present for you is going to be the High Priestess in reverse. Oh yeah, so Pisces, it kind of feels to me like you're losing patience right now, especially in a situation where somebody here is a little bit too clingy for your taste. I do feel like whoever this is you're dealing with, Nine of Pentacles reversed, is somebody here who's a little bit of a clingy person. And because they've been clinging on so much, Pisces, you haven't really felt like you've had time to breathe or any sort of breathing room in general. It's like, I kind of need a break right now from somebody here who's pretty clingy. So I do feel like the Seven of Pentacles reversed is your patience starting to wear pretty thin. But most importantly, it's like, I want my time back, you know, Pisces? It's like, I want my time back right now. I feel like my time has kind of been so filled up with this individual or with this situation that I need some me time, baby. So Pisces, whether you've been putting in a lot of time in a certain situation in your life that maybe you don't want to be involved in, or whether you've been putting a lot of time or directing a lot of attention to somebody who's been pretty clingy, I definitely feel like this weekend is for you to reclaim your time back, okay? It's like, I need time for me to do me and to do what it is I want. Looking at your current energy, you do have here the King of Cups in reversed. I feel like when it comes towards you being a very compassionate and loving person, it's like, I feel like my compassion and love has ran out. It's like, I've given all of my cup. At the end of the day, now I need to fill my cup, right? Because I can't pour from an empty cup. So Pisces, you've given your all to either a situation or a person, and you're at that point where it's like, now it's time to give back to me. So this weekend, don't fuck with me, don't call me, don't text me, my phone's on Do Not Disturb. I need to do me. I need to focus on my fulfillment and filling up my cup. Looking at the outcome that's present, we have here the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, essentially here for you, Pisces, it feels like you haven't had a moment or a break for yourself, and I think that you haven't felt like yourself because of it. High Priestess card is the card or zodiac of Pisces, and seeing that in the reverse here is definitely kind of an indicator that you haven't felt like yourself lately because you've been so, you know, pretty much your time has been so taken up by something else, you know? That was a really shitty way of explaining it, but essentially that's the vibe here, Pisces. It's like your time has been taken up so much, you haven't had a moment to breathe, all right? So yeah, coming into your weekend here, reclaiming your time, reclaiming your focus on whatever you want to do, and focused up on filling your cup first, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. All right, Pisces, don't be afraid to set those boundaries, especially when it comes towards situations where you're dealing with people that you might feel are a little too clingy. If you feel like you have no room to breathe, don't be afraid to set boundaries. And also, if you're doing something that you feel has just been taking up way too much of your time, don't be afraid to take a break from it. For example, Pisces, if your boss is like, well, I need you to work this day, that day, and the next day, and then I need you to stay overtime the day after that, like, you can tell your boss, listen, sorry, I have a life too, you can go give it to somebody else, okay? Don't be afraid, guys, to stand up for your own time. Your time is something that is valuable as well. Don't let other people take advantage of it, okay? All right, Pisceans, so we did the water, we did the air, we did the fire, going on to the earth signs. Let's have a look here at the beautiful Capricorn gang. What do we got, baby? Messages for Cappy. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 72 hours, what do we got coming up here for Team Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Capricorn, we're going to grab ourselves one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up with you, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some awesome stuff. Cappy, overall energy for you is going to be the Ace of Wands. So, Capricorn, you could be connecting with a fire sign. Ace of Wands is usually that card of a new start or some sort of new beginning manifesting here. Looking at your current energy, we have here Four of Swords reversed, what you're dealing with, Knight of Swords reversed, and then the outcome for Capricorn is going to be the Knight of Wands. So, Capricorn, rolling into your weekend here, Ace of Wands to the Four of Swords in reverse. It's time to get focused now on your future. I think that you've been pretty involved in something recently, but it doesn't feel to me like it's worked out. I mean, taking a look at what you're dealing with the Knight of Swords reversed. I feel like you're not taking action on a situation anymore. This could be about potentially maybe you and somebody, like you thought you and somebody had a future planned with one another. Maybe it didn't go according as planned. You know, if this is a relationship we're talking about, maybe a breakup happened. If this is an idea that you and somebody were collaborating on, maybe the idea is just, you know, it's X'd out. It's not happening anymore. I just feel like you had a certain plan in mind and those plans fell through. So coming into your weekend, it's time to take a different approach in reference to your future. So guys, this could be a change in plans for Capricorns. I'm not sure how, the situation may differ from something like big to something small. You know, this could be as simple as like your friends canceling plans on you the last second this weekend. But if that's not the case, it could be something like, you know, your future in reference to a job. Maybe you thought this job was going to be your future, and then maybe you're going to switch paths of what it is you want to do with your career this weekend. So it could be something big or small. It can vary for every Capricorn. But overall, though, I do see here a change of plans. And then looking at the outcome that's present, we got here the Knight of Wands. You're going ahead and you're getting on course. So Capricorn, whatever change of plans are happening here for you this weekend, you still seem to be getting directed to a path nonetheless. So it's not like a change of plans is happening and you're going to be left in the dust. A change of plans will happen, but you're going to be directed to something anyways. So you're going to be on a good path here. I don't think you have anything to worry about. If something changes in your career, wherever you're guided next is going to be a better opportunity for you most likely, and I wouldn't worry too much about it. Whatever change of course or change of plans happen for you, just know that where you're going is probably a lot better than where you were originally aligning to. All right, so just throwing that out there, Capricorn. Trust the process this weekend. If there is a change of plans, it's going to be within your best interest, okay? All right, guys, I like it. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Essentially, for that entire reading, Capricorn, you could even use the phrase, rejection's God's protection. So trust the path you guys are going to be going upon, all right? All right, everybody, so we finished up our first batch of zodiacs for the day. Moving on to the second batch now, let's have a look here at the Aries. What do we got going on here for Aries, baby? Messages for Team Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got coming up here for Team Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Aries, let's have a look here at you guys. Hopefully all is well. Aries, overall energy for you is a Seven of Cups in the reverse. So you're not interested here in any other opportunities, or you're not interested here in any other sort of people. Okay, so taking a look at your current energy, yep, Ace of Pentacles reversed, what it is you're dealing with, Nine of Wands, then looking at the outcome here, Three of Cups. interesting reading here. I think you know what you want, and you're not going to accept anything other than what it is you want, point blank period. Aries is like, I have expectations. I have a clear goal in mind of what it is I want, and if that's not going to be it, I'm not going to say yes. So I feel like moving into your weekend here, if there's any sort of opportunities manifesting for you, if they don't align to the T of what you're looking for, I see you shutting them down. For those of you that are dealing with love here, this could be about if I don't see somebody being my ideal man, if they don't line up to what I'm looking for in a man, it's like, I'm not going to give them a chance. I'm not going to give them a shot. I just feel like you're at a place in time in your life right now where you know exactly what it is that you want, and you're just not settling for less. I mean, looking at the outcome that's present, you have here the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is already a card that symbolizes joy. So Aries, you already have joy in your life, and you want to make sure that you're adding to that joy. So I do feel for you guys, you're definitely in a place to where you're pretty picky, but you're not picky for a bad reason. You're only being picky because I'm already living a joyful life. I want to make sure I'm adding joy to my life. I'm not trying to add a disaster, right? So I do see you guys in this energy this weekend, and I don't think it's necessarily such a bad thing. You know, Nine of Wands over here says, I'm not going to be relatively open to people and situations until they prove to me that they're exactly what I'm looking for. So Aries, I would definitely say though, in my own personal opinion, right? When it comes towards looking for what you want, it may feel like it's impossible to ever find it. That's one thing that I want to mention, whether we're talking about love or we're talking about anything else, when you're always trying to make sure that you find exactly what you want, sometimes exactly what you want actually isn't always exactly what you need. When you open yourself up to the idea that maybe there's something better than what you imagined, you will experience a lot of great things. So I think it's kind of important to, of course, don't settle for less. Like if you know a situation or a person just is not worth it to you, that's fine. But I would still kind of remain open to something better, because you never know. You might meet somebody who might not be your ideal match, but they might be better than your ideal match. And, why shut that out if it does seem to be pretty good? Same thing applies in your career. Maybe you get a career opportunity that wasn't exactly something you asked for, but maybe it's still a pretty good gig. Give things a chance, even if they're not to the T of what you're looking for, because you never know, it might be better. All right, Aries, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our fire. Moving on to our air now. Let's have a look here at the Aquarius. What do we got, baby? Messages for Team Aqua. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Or sorry, next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for Team Aquarius, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Aqua, we're going to have a look at you beautiful people. Hopefully, all is well. Aquarius, overall energy for you is going to be the Ace of Cups in reverse. So, you might be dealing with the water sign. Oh boy, looking at your current energy, Aqua, we do have here a Three of Swords. Looking at what you're dealing with, we do have here the Knight of Pentacles. And then lastly for you, we got here the Two of Cups in reverse. So, as far as what I'm seeing for Aquarians here, definitely a little bit of a tough weekend for sure. Ace of Cups reverse, Three of Swords upright. This could symbolize a breakup that you guys are going through or have recently gone through. So if there is a breakup that happened here for a few of you, I definitely feel like you're, slow and steady wins the race. You're recovering here slowly but surely this weekend. Now, if it's not a breakup in a romantic sense, it could be two friends that are just no longer, talking to each other. Maybe you and a friend are phasing out, or you and somebody who was close to you are phasing out. But I do feel like there is this highlighted energy of separation coming in here for the weekend. And I think that this separation does seem to be something that you kind of wanted, because the Ace of Cups reverse symbolizes that the love just isn't there anymore. So for you guys here, Aquarius, maybe you guys are taking a step down from your career field because your heart's just not in it anymore. You could be taking a step back from a relationship because your heart's not in it anymore. I think that ultimately, whatever this is this weekend, is a situation where your heart's just not in it anymore. It just doesn't feel right for you. So looking at what you're dealing with, Knight of Pentacles, you're moving forward, but you're doing it in a very slow and steady type of manner. Looking at the outcome that's present, Two of Cups reversed, this will be the card that's representing detachment. So You know, for a good majority of you guys, this could resonate to a love-based situation, but if it doesn't, it could resonate towards anything else in your life, career, so on and so forth. I just think that you got to a point where you've recognized, my heart's not in this situation anymore, and if it's not in it, it's not in it. You know, I'm not going to try to do something that doesn't make me happy or, you know, continue to do something that I don't genuinely feel connected to. And I think that's a very mature response, to be completely honest with you, because, you know, at the end of the day, you got to be willing to be honest with yourself about what you're invested in your life. And if you're honest enough to the point where you realize that something just doesn't hit the same spot for you anymore, something just doesn't feel right anymore, and you allow yourself to detach from it, that's a very mature thing to do. Why stick around in something that's not going to make you happy? You know, it's always important to do what makes you happy. So Aquarius, it might be a little tough here detaching because there's a lot of memories involved in whatever the situation is, but you're doing what's right for you. And especially if this is a love-related situation, not only are you doing what's right for you, you're also doing what's right for the other person and the connection, because you would never want to be with somebody if you're not happy to be with them, because in the end, you're only going to continue to hurt them and yourself. So Aquarius, I see you taking a step back here and separating from something that your heart's just not in it anymore, you know? All right, Aquarius, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our air, we did our fire. Oh, how did it go? It was fire, air, right? Yeah, so we did our fire, we did our air. Moving on now to the water signs. Let's have a look here at the beautiful Cancer. What do we got going on, baby? Messages for Team Cancer here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got going on here for Team Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Cancer, give me just 1 second. I had a couple cards fall on the ground, so give me 1 sec, guys. Let me pick them up, and we will be right back.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah.
Boom, we're back. Sorry about that, Cancer. I had a couple cards fall on the floor. Just wanted to pick them up real fast. But let's see what we got going on. What do we got going on here for Cancer's weekend? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Cancerian, let's see what's up with you beautiful people. Cancer, overall energy for you is going to be the 8 of Cups in reverse. So you could be connecting with a water sign for a few of you. Looking at your current energy, we have here the 4 of Pentacles. Looking at what you're dealing with, we got the 9 of Swords. And then lastly, for my Cancers, we have here the 2 of Cups in the reverse. So Cancer, coming into your weekend, guys, I do feel like something familiar is showing up here for you, because 8 of Pentacles reversed means something's coming back up again. Looking at your current energy, you have the 4 of Pentacles. So I think right now you're kind of in this protective mode of where there is something that's coming back up for you and you're trying to not let it get to you. But ultimately, Cancer, one way or another, it seems to be coming in, okay? So imagine yourself locking a door, and no matter how hard you try to keep that door locked, the lock tends to get budged right open. That is what's happening here with something you're dealing with emotionally. It's like you're going to try to tune out in an emotional situation, but you just can't. It's going to come up anyways. Taking a look at what you're dealing with the 9 of Swords. So at the end of the day, Cancer, if there's something that's inevitably going to surface on an emotional level for you, instead of trying to outrun it, it's best to just confront it anyways. Keep in mind, Mercury is going to be going retrograde shortly. It's going to be coming up pretty soon. And of course, with other things that are affecting us, other planetary aspects, you know, could be possibly a trigger this weekend as to why there's something surfacing on an emotional level. You know, one thing to mention with Mercury going retrograde or almost entering pre-shadow is that when Mercury is in retrograde, it has a tendency of bringing up all the things we've hidden very, very deeply within ourselves and brings it to the forefront. You know, the thing about Mercury retrograde is it's like, hey, either confront this now or guess what? It's just going to keep bugging you. So I do feel like for you guys, if there's something surfacing on an emotional level here, you know, your instinct is going to be, I don't want to deal with it. I'm going to hold myself back. 4 of Pentacles. I'm going to pretend it doesn't exist, but it's still going to manage to get through. So looking at the outcome that's present, 2 of Cups reversed, you know, I still sense you, Cancer, being in that instinct where you're trying to avoid whatever this is. But like I said, I think it's better here to confront what it is you're dealing with rather than to push it away, because it's only a matter of time before it comes back and bugs you again, okay? So Cancer, imagine this weekend some sort of emotional situation like a very tedious bug, okay? That keeps on flying. You guys ever had those tiny little baby flies that like fly next to you? You can see it in the corner of your eye. It flies all over your face and you're like, oh my God, it's so annoying, right? That's gonna be whatever you're dealing with emotionally here. And it's like you can't shoo it away. You can't crack a window. It's not gonna leave. It's gonna keep bugging you until you address it. So that's what's happening here. So it's kind of like either address it or it's gonna keep on bugging you. So my best advice here would be to address it, okay? All right, Cancerian, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. And trust me, Cancer, with that tough love, I don't mean to be a mean person, and hopefully I don't come off like a mean person. I just want you to know, though, that it's a true situation. It's like the more you try to shrug it off, it's not going to help. You know, the best thing you can do is address it, so do your best to do that. All right, Cancer. So we finished up our water, we did our fire, we did our air. Going on to the earth signs, what do we got going on here for the Virgo gang? What do we got, baby? Messages for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 72 hours, what do we got coming up here for the weekend of Virgo? A weekend of Virgo. Ooh, could you imagine that? It's like Weekend at Bernie's, but it's the weekend of Virgo. What do we got going on here for Virgo's weekend? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Virgo, we're going to get this last shuffle, and we'll see what's up, baby. Hopefully all is well. Virgo, overall energy for you is going to be the Queen of Cups. So you could be connecting with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Looking at your current energy, we have here the Judgment. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here King of Cups in reverse. And then lastly, for my Virgo peeps, is going to be the Page of Swords. All right, so Virgo, looking at your weekend here right now, Queen of Cups to the Judgment card. I do feel a sense of forgiveness coming in here for you. It's kind of like this, it's this energy of like I can forgive, but I can't necessarily forget. And I think that sometimes that's not always the worst thing. You know, I think it's important actually to forgive, right? Because forgiveness allows you to let go of any sort of emotional residue that you're still holding on to, but not forgetting at the same time is a great way to protect yourself from ever letting something happen again. So you may be able to forgive a person and forgive a situation, but it's like I'm smart enough to know that I'm not going to put myself back in that same situation that hurt me originally. You know, it's almost like if you stick your hand out and a dog bites you, you're not going to stick your hand out again and let the dog bite you a second time, you know? That's the vibe that I'm picking up here for you this weekend. So I do think that you're looking at a situation here and you are forgiving it and you're focusing on letting it go, you're focusing on releasing it, but you're not going to forget. And looking at what you're dealing with the King of Cups reversed here. So somebody here wasn't in an act or doing something in an act of compassion and love. Somebody here did something that definitely hurt you. And I think that with the outcome being the Page of Swords, it's like, look, at the end of the day, I'm healing this situation, I'm letting go, but the connection that you and me have is going to be at a complete distance. So you seem to be fully distancing yourself from somebody after they did something. You know, you can forgive it, you can focus on releasing it, but you're not going to put yourself back in that same situation to get hurt again. And yeah, pretty much like Red Sky says, right? She's like, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, or, you know, fool me, actually it is, fool me once, shame on me, right? Because you were only fooled once in this instance. So it's not going to be like another situation where they get to fool you twice. You know, it's like fool me once and that's it. Point blank period. So yeah, that's what I see here for you. All right, Virgo, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up the second batch of Zodiacs for the weekend. Going on to the last and final batch. Let's have a look here at Team Leo. What's up, baby? What's going on for the Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for Team Leo, please? Messages for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. What do we got going on? Leo, overall energy for you is going to be the King of Cups in reverse. All right, looking at your current energy, we got the Five of Cups reversed. Looking at what you're dealing with, we do have here the Fool card. And then lastly, for my Lions, we have here the World in reverse. Wow. So Leos, I definitely do see you trying to move past something this weekend. I think that the Fool card is indicating something different though, because the Fool card usually indicates releasing and letting go of something, but I think that this is actually representing somebody who made a foolish action or a foolish decision. So Leo, you're trying to move past somebody's foolish actions here, okay? But I feel like you just don't feel like you can. Point blank period. You know, I'm trying real hard to move past somebody's foolish actions, but at the end of the day, it's so difficult for me to do it. I just can't. So I think that you're in a place right now where even though you're trying to move on and let go, you're not ready to, because it's like you still haven't accepted what somebody's done. So I think that on a subconscious level, what's really blocking you from being able to move on here is actually accepting what somebody's done. You know, it's very difficult sometimes for us to accept what people have done, what people's actions were, especially if they were out of the ballpark from what we've ever expected from them. So somebody here definitely took a foolish action And I think that you want to move on, but the only reason that you still feel pretty stuck is that it's almost like you can't accept the fact that they did it, you know? So I would say my best advice for any Leos that are in this situation right now where you're potentially harboring resentment against somebody or where you're finding it very difficult to let go of what they did, I would focus on accepting the situation for what it is and accepting what happened first, you know? As I have always mentioned, the first step to healing is acceptance. So when you can accept what happened, then you're able to heal from what it is that you're going through, okay? So that's what I got here for you, Leos, coming into your weekend. If you've been wondering why it's been so hectic and hard to move on from something, chances are on a subconscious level, it's just been really hard for you to accept something that's happened. So I would focus there first, all right? Acceptance is the key here to your release and the key to your healing. So go ahead and try to focus on that first here moving into the weekend, all right? Hopefully that could be of some benefit and help to any of you that resonate with this, all right? All right, Leo. By the way, the Infinite Idea, thank you so much for the $9.99. Really, really appreciate that. Love, peace, and light to you and everybody. Thank you for the readings. You're very welcome. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. And love, peace, and light to you as well. And everybody in the chat, man, thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. It is super duper appreciated. So we finished up all the fire signs. We're now going to move on to the air signs here and have a look at the Gemini, baby. What do we got going on? Messages for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 72 hours, what do we got going on here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 72 hours. All right, my beautiful Gemini. Let's see what we got for you, beautiful people. Hopefully, all is well. Gemini, overall energy for you is going to be the Temperance. Okay, you could be connecting with the Sagittarius for a few of you. Looking at your current energy, 10 of Wands reversed, I like it. Looking at what you're dealing with, the Devil in reverse, I like it. Looking at the outcome that's present, we got here the Ace of Swords. Whoa, you're going to have an aha moment this weekend. You are breaking free from the invisible chains. What does that mean? Well, you didn't realize that you had chains on in the first place, hence is why they're invisible. So Geminis, coming into your weekend here, it seems to me that you're going to come to this realization that you were in chains. They were invisible. They were so hard to see. They were impossible to spot. But when you realize that you were placed in these chains, everything starts to change for you. Everything also starts to connect for you too. So you didn't see a bunch of red flags until you found one and then you found 20. So coming into your weekend, guys, I think you're going to realize that you were trapped in a situation or stuck in a situation and you were completely unaware of it, but you'll be coming into awareness about this, okay? So when all this comes to fruition, it's like, yo, I was trapped in some invisible chains. Now I'm going to set myself free from them. And I do feel like with the Ace of Swords being the outcome here, this is about overcoming, this is about winning, right? I do feel like the Ace of Swords is like, I won, I escaped these invisible chains, I feel so much better, and I'm completely detached, you know? Taking a look at what you're dealing with the Devil reversed, you know, you're basically, you know, releasing yourself from a devil you didn't even know you were under, you know? So Gemini, this is probably like a weird situation. I'm sure you guys are like, Amp, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what does this reading mean? Essentially, there was something going on in your life that was negatively impacting you, and you never really realized it till now, you know? So this weekend, one red flag is going to present itself to you, and then you're like, wait a minute, here's 20 more red flags. And then everything starts to make sense for you. And then as everything starts to make sense, it's like, damn, this situation was impacting me so badly for so long, and I didn't see it till now. So with the Temperance card being the overall energy of the reading, that's like a great omen, right? Because it's like, whoa, I can finally heal since I figured out what was taking my energy and dragging my energy down. And then with the 10 of Wands in reverse, I can let this situation go or let this person go. All right? So I love that for you. It's kind of like having this massive aha moment, you know? It's a light bulb moment where you realize what's been wrong. And you never saw it before, but you're going to see it now, okay? All right, Gemini, interesting reading. I want to kind of expand on that. Maybe that'll come up in the monthly or something, but that was a pretty interesting reading, all right? All right, Gemini, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our fire, we did our air, moving on to the water now. Let's have a look here at the Scorpio. What do we got going on for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got coming up here for the weekend for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Scorpio, we're going to grab ourselves one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up, baby. Hopefully all is well. Scorpio, Overall energy for you is going to be the Two of Wands in reverse. You could be connecting with a fire sign for a few of you. Looking at your current energy, we got here the Queen of Cups. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the Nine of Cups in reverse. And then lastly for you, we got here the Queen of Wands in reverse. So, as far as what I'm seeing for Scorpios in the next 72 hours, Two of Wands reversed to the Queen of Cups. You're definitely making a final decision here to embrace something on an emotional level. I feel like there's something here you felt either insecure about, or there's something here you felt uncomfortable about in reference to yourself, but you're getting ready to embrace it moving into the weekend. I think you're realizing, like, I can't continue to not embrace all of me, because what that leads to is me putting myself down. Yeah, looking at what you're dealing with the Nine of Cups in reverse. So you're not going to be the happiest person you can be if you don't love all of who you are, right? And I think that's really important to recognize. You know, there's a lot of aspects, for example, in my personal life that I had to learn to love in order for me to actually be happy with myself and the life that I was creating. Because, you know, if there are certain things in your life that you can't love about who you are, it's very hard to be happy with all of who you are, you know? And I also recognize too, like, when you're a person who's very uncomfortable in your own skin, it's also really hard to put yourself out there and to feel value. And to feel valued, and to feel loved and to feel appreciated. Like, when you're an individual and you feel so uncomfortable in who you are, it's a shitty feeling. And I know that feeling all too well, where I was very uncomfortable just living in this meat suit and being who I was, and it sucked, you know? So I totally get where you're coming from here, Scorpio. And I think that you're recognizing, I can't feel this way anymore because I'm never going to be happy with me. I'm never going to be content in my life. I'm never going to feel valued. I'm never going to go for things if I don't actually feel happy with who I am. So looking at the outcome that's present, Queen of Wands in reversed, you know, I felt this way for so long, but what I really need to do right now is I need to change that feeling. It's time to accept me. Point blank period. It's time to have the world see exactly who I am and not give a shit about what their judgments are. You know, what I need to do is love all of me completely, on a whole and complete level, and not give a crap what anybody else has to say, all right? Sometimes we're our biggest enemies and we don't even know it. You know, sometimes the enemy isn't actually the people outside of yourself, it's that negative side of yourself that constantly puts yourself down. So coming into your weekend here, Scorpio, it's like, hey, if I ever really want to live this life to the fullest and really like me and love me and be happy with who I am, I have to embrace all of me to the fullest. Yeah, you do, baby. So get to it. It's not easy. It's not a crazy journey. You know, I don't think it's as crazy as you think, but it's definitely not an easy journey either. You know, it's not something that can be done in an overnight process, but if you keep on working at it every day, you know, the more and more acceptance you have for yourself, the more and more it's going to feel natural, and the more you're going to learn to love yourself, you know? All right, Scorpio, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So, very intense read, but I'm wishing you all the best, okay? Love yourself. You're beautiful, Scorpio. You are, okay? So, we finished up the air, we did the fire, we did the water. Now, last but not least, let's go ahead and have a look here at the beautiful Taurus. What do we got going on for the bull gang, baby? Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 72 hours, what do we got going on for the weekend here for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, my beautiful bull gang. We're going to get this last shuffle, and we'll see what's up, man. Hopefully all is well. Taurus, overall energy for you this weekend is going to be the Eight of Wands in reverse. So this is about possibly not traveling somewhere or not taking some sort of action. You could be canceling plans this weekend, Taurus. I definitely feel the energy where it's like, oh, well, you know, my friends wanted to hang out, but I rather just like stay inside all day, order a pizza, watch some Netflix, you know, play some video games. I'm definitely feeling the energy of kind of like ignoring plans. So Taurus, just throwing that out there, you know, you might turn around and say, yeah, sorry, something came up. I'm just so busy. And you're just sitting on the couch watching Netflix. Sometimes it's nice to just stay at home, okay? Looking at the current energy for you, we have here the Hermit in reverse. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we got here the Two of Pentacles reversed. And then lastly for Taurus, looking at your outcome, we have here the King of Swords in reverse. So coming into your weekend here, Taurian, Hermit card in the reverse. Yeah, so it's interesting because like a part of you wants to, how do I say this? You have Eight of Wands in reverse, right? You have Hermit in reverse. It's like a part of you wants to put yourself out there this weekend, be social, and then another part of you wants to just be completely by yourself. So I don't know. It's like, am I going to be social this weekend or antisocial? I feel like you don't know yourself. Looking at what you're dealing with the Two of Pentacles reversed. Looking at the outcome, King of Swords reversed. Huh. How the hell do I describe this reading? This is one weird reading, Taurus. Literally, I'm at a loss for words here. It's like, what the hell is this message? I guess I would say, you know, King of Swords in the reverse being the outcome as well. It's like, let me get some clarity cards. I feel like I'm lost here, guys. I don't know why. Why do we got here the King of Swords reversed? And then most importantly, why do we have here the Hermit in the reverse? We have here the World in reverse, and then we have here the Two of Cups upright. Oh boy. Oh boy. So Taurus, coming into your weekend, guys, I don't know what it is. I think that you're kind of getting to this point where there's a part of you that feels like being social, then there's a part of you that feels like not being so social. I think that you are kind of feeling on and off, you know, on a daily basis. You know, there's this part of you that wants to be open, hang out with other people, connect with other people. Then there's another part of you that wants to be totally in recluse. I think that you're in this position to where it's really based upon how you're feeling emotionally. You know, if you're feeling good emotionally, you want to be around other people. But if you're not feeling good emotionally, you like to be in recluse. I think what's happening here this weekend is your guides are trying to say to you, Taurus, on an emotional level, right? If you feel good, you're out with other people. If you don't feel so good, you're by yourself. Don't grieve alone. Don't suffer in silence. Don't be the person that avoids everybody because you're not feeling like your best self or you're not in your best vibe. I think that the universe is trying to say you have individuals around you who genuinely are there to support you and love you. And you have an outlet there that you can be open to. And even though you naturally tend to be that person that grieves in private or that goes through things in private, it wouldn't be such a bad thing for you to open up to the people that love and care about you. So I do feel like coming into this weekend, your guides are trying to push you to say, hey, if you feel like being MIA because you're not feeling like your best self, because you're not feeling super good, why don't you just go hang out with friends anyways? Why don't you go hang out with your parents anyways? Why don't you go hang out with your lover anyways? Why don't you go do something? Get yourself out of being in this hermit mode, and don't be afraid to kind of open up about what it is that you're going through, because there are genuinely other people there that want to support you, that want to hear what you're going through, and that want to lift you up, especially if you haven't been feeling so positive lately. So Taurus, just don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't isolate when you're feeling down, you know? Instead, do the opposite. Go hang out with some peeps. I think that there's going to be a lot of benefit there for you, okay? All right, Taurus. Sorry it took a while to get that message out. There was just kind of like a bunch of cards I guess I needed to pull to get a little bit more clarity, but hopefully that message sat with you well, all right? Listen, I'm not going to blink on a reading over here, okay? I'm a tarot master, baby. I'll get the message. Don't worry about it. All right? But all right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Y'all, thank you so much for coming out to the weekend read. I really, really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If it resonates, let me know down in the comments down below. Shout out to the peeps that come out Monday through Friday. Thank you for your love, everybody. Thank you for your support. You are all appreciated. For everybody who sent in donations today, guys, thank you so much for those donations. They help a lot more than you all know. Really appreciate your generosity. For everybody who's in the chat currently, if you can drop a like, that would be awesome. I would appreciate that as well. I just want to mention, coming up for next week, the May 2022 tarot readings are going to get started. So your May readings are going to get started next week. They'll probably get posted next week as well. So stay tuned for that. That's the extra batch of content that's coming shortly. In reference to mid-April readings, do you remember all mid-April readings are out? That's so hard to say sometimes. All of the mid-April readings are out. So if you haven't seen your zodiac yet for mid-April 2022, check it out. Considering we're still in April, it covers the time frame. So if you haven't seen it yet, feel free to check it out. Okay. But all right, guys. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope we're looking towards a fantastic weekend. Enjoy yourself this weekend. Take it easy. Definitely get some rest and catch up on some rest if some of y'all need that. I can definitely attest to myself. I need to go get me some rest, and I need me some me time, baby. So this is going to be a great weekend of where I probably don't socialize with a lot of people, and I socialize with my bed. All right? That's going to be a fantastic time. I hope you guys have one as well, okay? All right, everybody. I love you all so much. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all in the next video. Much love to my soul family, and have yourself a good one. And by the way, actually, if you're new here, consider subscribing. I'd appreciate that so much. If you're new here, come down, subscribe, join the soul family. And with that being said, y'all, I will see you next week. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.